Hi everyone, welcome back to another session of Salesforce reports and dashboard. In this session, we'll see how to create a custom report type and how to create a report using a standard report type and using a custom report type, and what is the difference between a custom report type and a standard report type. All right, so I'm going ahead and navigating to the reports tab. So whenever you start creating a report, right, this is how you have to get started. You need to navigate to the reports tab, and then you need to click on this button, new report. So whenever you are on this page, you need to understand that you always have to choose a report type. Now the question is that how will you decide what report type you should be using, right? So it totally depends on what kind of report you're creating, right? If you're creating a report on account, then you should be searching for a report type called as accounts, right? Any report type that has the information about accounts, okay? Let's say if you're planning to create a report on opportunities, then you should be searching for a report type that has information, sorry, that is actually created for opportunities. And let's say if you want to create a report type for accounts and opportunities both, right, a report that displays the information about account and opportunities, then you should be searching for a report type which is for accounts and opportunities. Let's say if you're planning to create a report for lead, then you should be searching for a report type that will actually give you the access of the fields that lead has. Okay, so the names are pretty clear. Okay, so let's just first talk about the standard report types. All right, so here I'm just clicking on all, and all these report types that you're seeing, right, and here you can see the category. These are all standard report types. Okay, that means these came with Salesforce out of the box feature. Okay, none of this, only this one is custom. Okay, apart from this, all these report types, right, it came along with the sandbox. Okay, I did not create any of this. So one of them is accounts. Okay, so if, let's say, if I want to create a report on accounts, then I would be choosing this particular report type because I know that this report type has been specifically created for accounts, and choosing this report type will provide me the access of all the fields that are available on accounts, and that is exactly what I need for my report, right? So let me quickly show you. If I click on account and then click on start report, then all these fields that you're seeing, right, these are coming from account. And similarly, if you want to include any other fields from account object, you just need to click here and you will be able to see all other fields of account object, right? All these fields are available on account, right? So what happened after I chose the account report type? It gave me the access of all the fields that are available on accounts. All right, so similarly, when you are creating a report, let's say if you're creating a report for opportunities, then you should actually be looking a report type which will give you access to the opportunities fields, right? So in this case, let's go back and click here. So for example, if I am creating it on opportunities, then I need to search for opportunities, correct? Let's say if I'm creating a report that should give me the details of the opportunities along with the products, then we already have a standard report type that we can use, right? Similarly, all these report types, if you see, just by seeing it, you will understand that what kind of access it is going to provide you in order to create the report. Okay, and also, right, you every time you don't have to search under all. These are different categories based on which, like, you can just make your search shorter, right? Let's say if I click on opportunities, then it will only show me all the standard report types that are available for related to opportunities. Okay, so if you see, all are related to opportunities. Similarly, let's say for leads, campaigns, customer support reports, right, activities, contacts, and orders, right? So I believe now you got the idea that based on what we should be using the choosing the report type. Any random report, whenever you're creating any report, okay, you should know that what report type you should be using. Now the biggest question, okay, comes that what if you want to create a report on a custom object, right? Because these report types are not created for any custom object, right? These are main truly stands these truly stands for the standard objects, correct? So that is question number one. There is another question as well, right? Let's say if you want to create a report, for example, let's say on account and opportunities. Okay. So there has to be a report which shows the details of accounts and opportunities as well. Okay. So can you use just opportunities? Because we know that opportunity has a lookup to account, right? So that means if I select opportunity, let me show you quickly, okay? Because I want you to understand this very clearly. Otherwise, you will just simply get confused that why are we creating few, like, because in a lot of projects you will see that there is a custom report type created called account with opportunities, and then you will get confused that why did we even create account with opportunities report type, because just by using opportunities we anyway can access to accounts, right? For example, here I'm choosing opportunities and let me click on start. Okay, so now we have all this information available, right? Now I know that there is a lookup to account which is already available on opportunities, and using that lookup I can access all other fields of account, right? So if I click on column here, if you see opportunity information, so these are opportunity fields, right? And if I scroll down, opportunity owner information, account, right? So if you see, right, then account information is also available here, correct? So that means I don't need to create a report type that has a relationship for account and opportunities. Just using the opportunities report type, I should be able to create a report that shows the information about account and opportunities, correct? But there is a catch over there, and let me explain you what that catch is. Okay, let's say now if I go ahead in the org and if I create a custom field on account, okay, there is no guarantee, it might be or it might not be. Generally it you will not have access. So if I go ahead and create a custom field on account, and if I come here and refresh this page, there are highly high chances that that custom field will not be available here. So are you getting my point, that this information that standard opportunity report type is giving you the access to, right, for accounts, is only limited to the standard fields. Custom fields you will not get the access. There might be few data types for the fields where you can get the access, but it is not true for all the custom fields. Okay, so then you will just keep on wondering that, you know what, I use this report type, it should have given me access to all the account fields, but now I'm not able to see such and such fields. What should I do? So in order to avoid such issues, right, it is better to create a proper relationship, right? Because if your whole idea is to create a report to show accounts and all its related opportunities, then it's better to create a report type of accounts with opportunities rather than backtracking it from opportunities, because custom fields will start creating an issue for you. The reason for that is that the standard report types, you cannot edit the standard report types, but the custom report types you can edit. Basically, what I mean by that is that in a custom report type, you can decide, you are the one who will decide which fields can be, like, given access to reports and which field not to give access for reports. Okay, so for example, in this opportunity field, right, let's say if I click here and just imagine this one stage duration, right? Now just think that, let's say there's a requirement and someone is saying, hey, you know what, when someone is creating a report on opportunity, they should not be able to see this particular field stage duration. Now just think, how are you going to eliminate this field? You cannot. And they are also saying that it's okay if this field is available on opportunity, if the user role profile, I mean, whatever it is, right? If they have all the access to this field, but they should not be able to see this field here. Okay. Then how are you going to remove this field from here? You need to edit the report type. That means you need to eliminate the field from the report type, right? Now the problem is that you will not be able to edit this report type. Okay. Similarly, this was for, like, like to remove a field, but similarly, if you want to add additional field, right? Let's say if there's a custom field created on opportunity, but or like let's say, like, account as well, right? And that field, if it is not visible here, then what will you do? The simplest solution is to go to the report type, edit, and include that field. But standard report type, you cannot edit. That is the problem. Okay. So in those cases, what we do is we create a custom report type. Okay. And it just custom report type also has other benefits. Okay. So let's just go ahead and try to create one, and then I will show you that what are the benefits of the custom report type. So in order to create a custom report type, you can click on your gear icon, you will reach to this page, and in the quick find box, you need to type report type. Click here. So custom report type also, like, you can also use it when you have to kind of relate two objects, right? Let's say there are two custom objects, or you can also imagine there's a standard object or a custom object or two standard objects, and you want to define a relationship between, not exactly define a relationship between, but if you want to create a report including both the objects, then both two objects or three objects or more than three objects as well, right? Then you can create a custom report type. So here if you read the information available here, that is what exactly what it says, right? That why you should be creating a custom report type and what are the kind of information that you would have to feed into the custom report type. Okay, so let's just go ahead and see. So I'm just going to create a new custom report type, and I'm going to take the primary object as accounts. Okay. And here let's just name it as account with opportunities. I hope you understand the funda why I'm creating this, right? Because account information I is also available on opportunities, right? I don't need to create this. But if there are custom fields on account, then this report type, right? Just the opportunity report type will not help me. It will not give me the access to the custom fields of the account. And that is the reason I'm creating this. Okay. It will only, if I use the opportunities report type, it will only give me the access to the accounts standard fields. But what if in my report, if I want to display the custom fields as well of the accounts, right? Then I would need this. Then this is the category, right? That we were seeing on the left side. In what category you want to keep the report? Here, let me show you quickly. When you click on this, right, new report, these are the categories. So for example, if I keep that report under opportunities, then it will show me under opportunities. It will not show me under any other category. Okay, whatever category I have put it into, that is where it is going to show me the report type. So let's go back, and for this one, let me keep it under opportunities itself, or accounts and contacts. It's fine. And deployed. All right. So now here it is telling me that your primary object is account. Now, which object you want to, define the report type for? So this is the primary, and the secondary object is opportunity, correct? So let me select opportunity. So there are two options here. It is telling me that in the report, do you want to display accounts if there is an associated opportunity? That means, let's say if there are accounts where there is no related opportunities, do I want to show that into the report or not? Okay, so this is the option for, each A record must have at least one related B record. So that means every account should have an opportunity. If they don't have an opportunity, then that account itself will not get displayed into the report. But I don't want that. I want to display all the accounts, whether it has opportunities or not. Okay, so that is why I'm selecting the second option. And similarly, you can also select a third option here. Okay. For example, here, if you see, right, so it will define the relationship between opportunity and any other object. For example, all the related child objects of opportunity, right? Wherever opportunity has a relationship with products, opportunity feed, partners, competitors. Okay. So you can select a third object as well. But here I'm not doing it. Okay. Save. So now this report type has been created. The next step is to edit the layout and include the fields. So when you edit the layout, this is where you get the flexibility. This is the biggest difference between a standard report type and a custom report type. You cannot do this in the standard report type, right? Now in custom report type, let's say, what was that field? Opportunity, something, closing. I forgot what that field was, but let's say if it is like, lead source. If I don't want to give this field, if I don't want this field to be available on the reporting, I will simply remove it. Hold on, this is opportunity field, right? You need to see what you're dragging into what, right? Opportunity fields, opportunity layout. And this is the account layout. So in the opportunity layout, let's say if I want to remove lead source, now lead source is gone, right? If I save this, if I go back to the reporting, and if I try to create a report with this report type, I will get access to all these fields, but I will not be able to see lead source field, okay, because I removed it from this layout. Similarly, so and here also you can check all the information is available, okay, based on the color. So whatever color you see with any block, right, you will understand that what does it mean. So these are the ones which are available for the report, okay, all these ones. And then let me give you another example of including a field, right? For example, I have selected opportunity fields, and in opportunity fields, I want to account name, okay? So let me drag and drop this one here. Now on opportunities, I've included account name, right? So that means when I create a report with this report type, then I should also be able to include this field in the report. If I would have not included this, right, then I would have not been able to see it on the report. Okay, similarly, the same thing goes for accounts as well. So here's the account, and all its fields are included. But if you want to exclude any of the fields, that you can simply drag and drop. All right, and then you can save it. And also not just this, right? Let me show you another thing. So if I do this edit layout, so let's say I on the view I've selected account fields, and if I click on this, right, add fields related via lookup. So if I click on this, and if I click on so this is it, right? Because I don't have a lot of lookups on my account. These are the only relationships available on my account, okay? So I have a lookup field called parent account on my account object. So the moment I clicked on parent account, that means it is telling me that till what level I can reach using the custom report type, okay? So let's say if I'm on account, I can reach to a lookup field which is available on account, okay? And from that lookup field also, let's say if there is another lookup field on that object, right? Whatever it has provided the lookup for, even till there I can reach if I keep on selecting all of this, right? So account name, account site, I'm selecting these two fields here, okay, and clicking on OK. So in accounts lookup, I have selected parent account, and in that I have selected two fields, okay. Similar thing I can do on opportunities, although I'm not sure if there are any lookup related here. For example, price book, right? So, or like, primary campaign source. So let's say if I click on price book, then description, and let's say active and price book ID, and click on OK. Now let's just save this layout and then go ahead and create a report with accounts with opportunities report type, okay? But before I do that, I need to refresh this page. All right, so let's just go ahead and see if the configuration is working or not. So I'll click on new report, and the category that I had chosen was accounts and contacts. So here I should be able to find account with this is the one that I created, right? See, the category is showing as custom account with opportunities, and click on create report. So account and opportunities. Now let's just check out the columns, okay, what and all access it is giving me. So if I click here, it is giving me all the account information, right? That is the first thing. Now let's just scroll down and see what other information is available to us. Opportunity, right? Of course, because we have selected the opportunity as the secondary object. All right. Okay. And if you see on the report type, I had selected parent account and account name, right? Let me show you quickly what I had done. Edit layout, and I will go to the account lookup. Okay. Account fields via lookup. Let me click here and let me show you what I had done. On parent account, I had selected these two, right? Account name and account site. So here I am getting the access for parent account, account name, parent account, account name, and parent account, account name, and parent account, account site, right? Because these two I had selected. Now let's just do one thing. Let me remove this, okay? Both of this and click on OK and save this. Now I'll go back and refresh and create again. New report. Accounts and contacts. Account with opportunities. Now I should not be able to see those two fields, okay? See, those are gone, right? Parent account, account name, parent account, account site. Those are not visible now. Why is it not visible? Because I removed it from the report type layout. What did I do? I went to the edit layout and I went to the account fields lookup. So what is parent account? I mean, I know this session might be boring for you if you already have idea on these things, but someone who does not, who is just getting started, right? It is helpful for them for sure. So I'm going to show you that what do I mean by via lookup, okay? So let me go to account quickly. And if I go to fields and relationship, there is a lookup, okay? Parent account. Sorry, it's a hierarchy, okay? So parent account. So what does it mean? Parent account means that this is, what is it doing? It is actually looking into the account itself and not any other object, okay? But via this, right, can we track the fields using this particular hierarchy field? You can just treat it like a lookup right now, okay? Can we access the other fields using this one? Yes, we can, okay? So that is why it is showing us under the via lookup, okay? If I click on via lookup, it is giving me, sorry, no, it won't come here. It is going to come here, okay? Account fields and parent account, okay? If I click, so you observe this, right? That this option did not come in the lookup, okay? It directly come on the account fields because it's not a lookup, it's a hierarchy, okay? It's a standard field. So if I select this, right, account fields via lookup, so it will come directly under account fields, okay? So if I click on this parent account and if I select the other fields, then only in the report it is going to show me that hierarchy. Otherwise, it will not. All right. Now let's just check for opportunity because I am not sure if you got a little bit confused because of this hierarchy field, but let me show you for opportunity and you'll understand. Okay. So let's just go back to the report type and opportunity fields via lookup. So these are the lookup that are available on the opportunity. Okay. The first one is price book. So I'm clicking on price book. And these are the three options that I've selected. So let's go back to the report and see if on the report, am I getting the access to price books, active description and price book ID fields just by looking at the opportunity. So let's go here. Let's check opportunity fields. Opportunity fields. Scroll down, scroll down. Look at this, right? Price book name, but this is coming from the direct lookup. Campaign name, account name, that is from somewhere else. Price book, this one is coming from the standard lookup, okay? And here are the three fields that I have selected: price book description, active, and price book ID. Now let me remove it, okay? Let me remove description and price book ID. Let's just keep this one, active one. Okay, and then save. And I need to refresh this. I think the report would be gone. Yeah, it would be gone. So we need to create it again. Account with opportunities. I just have to check the opportunity fields, okay? So let's go to the opportunity and let's see what price book fields are. Not this one, that's coming from active, right? I removed the other two fields, right? So you can see, right, how I am able to handle the field display, right? Whether I want to make the field available for reporting, whether I don't want to be available for reporting, I can handle everything just from the report type, okay? And that is only possible in the custom report type. But that does not mean that you'll just keep on creating custom report type, okay, unnecessarily. I mean, every time you have a requirement to create a report, you always have to first think that if that is achievable by the standard report type or not. If it is not achievable, then you should go for a custom report type, okay? So this is how we can create. So I think I showed you how to create a report using a standard report type. That was this example. Another, so let me just quickly do it again for you, okay? So I'm going to create a report using standard report type. I selected account, which is a standard report type. And here I am removing these two. Let me add another information. Let's say account revenue. Okay. These are the columns that I'm adding. And if I go to the filter, I can apply a custom filter, or I can change these two standard filters that we have over here. All time, apply, and let me, I mean, you already know about these things, but let me apply a filter based on rating. Okay. So rating, and as it's a pick list, so it is showing me all the values. So I only want to show the accounts which are rated as warm. Okay. And here I'll click on this and I'll give it a name as account report demo. Okay. And let's just save and run, and it will ask me that which folder do I want to save it. Let's just keep it under private reports. You can also change the folder as per your requirement and click on save. So this is a report with standard report type, and this is where you can see the report type. Okay, just beside the report type will be mentioned. Now let's just go ahead and create a report with custom report type. Okay, so now there is only one custom report type that I've created, which is accounts with opportunities. Okay. So here, account with opportunities. So here I have account and opportunities. And let me include some other info. Let me pull account site, then annual revenue, and then let me put some information from opportunity. So close date, and then amount. Okay, refresh. So these are the information. Now let me put account site below account name, annual revenue with account, and these three are related to opportunity. So I'll just keep it here. Okay, now this report is showing you the information of account and its related opportunity as well. Okay, so let me save this and let me name it as uh, report using custom report type demo. Again, I'm keeping it private and save. Now I still want to show you another scenario, the same scenario that I've been reiterating till now, but I still want to show you. Okay, let me go ahead and create a custom field on accounts. Okay, so here Let me create a field and let's just make it a checkbox maybe. Yeah. Next, and test checkbox. Okay. But did you see what happened? Look at this. Add this field to existing custom report types that contain this entity. What does it mean? That this means that in the standard report type, this field, like, this basically this is giving you the opportunity to include this field in the custom report type. Okay, so you don't need to manually go back to the custom report type and include this field. Okay, this is going to take care of it. But when you are deploying your, let's say if you are doing creating this field as part of a user story, right? And when you create this report in your lower environment and you deploy this report to your higher environment, that field will not be visible. You know what? This field will not be visible in the report, because when you are creating the field, you selected this, right, that added to the report type. So that means if in your developer sandbox, if you're doing this, then your report type, in your report type, this field get added. But when you are deploying your changes to the higher org, you only deployed your field, but you did not deploy your report type, right? Because you'll forget about it because this was included here, right? But when you are deploying your user story or requirement, whatever you have built, right, related to this, you have to deploy the field as well as the report type, because the moment you do this, right, now your report type has a new change. Let's say if it was an existing report type, right, and you are just creating a custom field and you're checking this. So in your dev org, it will work perfectly fine, but in your higher org, it will not work. And you'll keep on thinking that I did the same thing in the lower org. Why it was working there, it's not working here. The reason for that is that in your lower org, when you created the field, this checkbox was already checked, so it added the field in the report type. Then you went ahead and created the report and you were able to see the field, everything was working perfectly fine. But when you deployed your story, you forgot about the report type. All right, so if what I'm going to do is I'm not going to select this. Okay, next, we'll add it manually. Okay. Save and then save. Now this was test checkbox. I am going back to the report type. Now let's go to the, first of all, I want to show you that this field will not be automatically available on the report. Okay, so this was account with opportunities, right? Let me refresh, edit, and show you that we'll try to search the field that I just created. Okay, and let's see if we can find that field. So edit, what was that? I'm sorry. No fields found, right? That test demo field is not visible here. Okay, so what do I have to do? I have to go to the report type, edit the layout and include that field. Where is that field? It is on accounts, right? So let's just search for that field. Here it is, right? Test checkbox. So I'm going to drag this field inside this. Now this is included and then save this. All right. And so again, right? Now let's say that in this report, if you would have created this report just based on opportunity, which you could have, you could have, you did not need to create a custom report type account with opportunities. But now in this situation, what we just did, here your report would have not worked, because that test demo field, right? That test checkbox demo field that we just created, there is, because in report types, if you see, there is no option. It does not show you, it does not give you the ability to edit the standard report type and include the field. You can only do that with the custom report types, right? Now I can create 50 custom fields on account, and then I can keep on including that field into this report type, right? But if I would have just used opportunities standard report type, then all the custom fields that I'm creating on account, I would have not been able to access those on my report. Okay. So let's go back to the report, refresh this, edit, and then now it's available, right? Because we included in the report type. And then refresh. It's a checkbox, and by default, I have kept it unchecked. So that is why it is coming as unchecked. Then you can save and run. So this was all about report type. What is a report type? Why do we create it? What is a standard report type? What is a custom report type? And how do you create a report using a standard report type? How do you create a report using a custom report type? Okay, and when there are new fields created, new custom fields created, then you would have to go back to the report type and include that field. All right, so I think these are the key factors in order to resolve any kind of issues. Because honestly, I've seen it a lot that when people are working with report, they report types are the one thing that they struggle the most with. Okay, because they are not able to. So for example, let's say if they want to it's a very random thing, but let's say if they want to create a report on let's say campaigns, then they will just go ahead and use the standard report type of leads and campaign. Or let's say if they want to create a report type on again let's say just on campaigns, right? Then they will just go ahead and use the leads and campaigns. But they do not know about this custom fields and this inclusion and exclusion of the fields on the report type layout. Okay, so every time when you are creating a report, when it involves more than one object data, and then while choosing the report type, you always have to think about these factors. Okay, and one of the common errors is that when you're creating a report and you're not able to find a field, although that field is available on the object, right? For example, this one, right? Let's say if I would have not, let's say if some user is going ahead and creating a report and they are using the same report type, right? The custom report type that has been created, account with opportunities. And let's say if they come back and they come to me with an issue that, what, there's a field which is available on account object, but when I'm creating a report using this report type, that field is not available to me. I will know in seconds that the only reason for that is because that field is not included in the layout of accounts with opportunities. Okay. So these are the key points that you need to keep in mind while you're working with the custom report types and standard report types, and what you need to actually choose when you're creating the report. Okay. So I think we are good with this. In the next session, we'll start with the tabular report, summary report, and matrix report. All right. So that's all for this session. Thank you for watching.